Hello again. I have decided to redo one of my videos because after watching it, I realized that it was long and rambling and just a big, huge mess. And I want to be able to look back on this and understand what I was trying to say. And if I ever decide to share with the world, they don't go, huh? What is she talking about? So let's start over, shall we? Okay. I have been overweight almost my entire life. I started gaining weight somewhere between third and fourth grade, and it wasn't bad in grade school. It wasn't even really that bad in middle school, although I was always the chubby girl. And that was an issue for me, and I had to deal with bullying and teasing and whatnot. But I wasn't that big, but I felt big. In high school, I met a guy, we got together, we lived together for a while, and I worked at McDonald's and he worked at a pizza place, and we were always bringing home food from work. And so we'd have Egg McMuffins for breakfast, and we'd have Big Macs for lunch, and we'd have pizza for dinner, and that was every day. And I packed on the pounds. I gained a lot of weight. I moved on from that relationship, moved out, got on my own, not because of weight, other issues, and was pretty poor at that point, and I couldn't afford a lot of food, and so I did lose some weight, but I was still eating unhealthy. A couple of years later, I met my husband, and we got married, and a little while later we got pregnant, and apparently my body doesn't like being pregnant, and my doctor had to put me on bed rest for the last 3-4 months of my pregnancy, and that again helped pack on weight. And about 6 months down the road, after our first daughter was born, I was pregnant again. And once again, my body was like, this is not happening. So I had to go on bed rest again. And of course, I hadn't lost the first amount of weight that I had packed on, and so I was even heavier. All of this has cultivated. It all added up to me being extremely overweight, and started to have health issues. I am on blood pressure medication. I'm on a CPAP machine. I'm not diabetic yet. My doctor says I am headed towards being a diabetic, so that's kind of scary. Don't want to do that. And also, I was putting my body through a great strain. Have arthritis in both of my knees, both of my ankles. I have deteriorating meniscus in my knee joints. I need knee surgery, which unfortunately I'm too young to have, and I'm also too heavy. Doctor says I can't have knee surgery until I lose weight, and he wants me to be older. So there's that. But I've been dealing with that, and I've been going to physical therapy to help with that. But it came to a point where enough was enough. I had been talking to my doctor for a while about needing to lose weight. And all my doctors have always been, you need to lose weight, you need to lose weight, you need to lose weight. None of them ever wanted to really help me. This newest doctor that I have is like, well, let's figure out how we can get you to lose weight. And I'm like, oh my gosh, there's a doctor who's actually not only interested in me losing weight, but in figuring out how to make it happen. And so he put me on some medication, and he said, let's try this for a year. He said, it may be that we need to talk about surgery, but I don't want to go that route. So let's try this first. And we'll come back in a year, and we'll see where you're at. So a year went by, and the medication wasn't helping. He's like, well, let's give it another 6 months and see, because, who knows? Maybe there's going to be some progress. So 6 months went by, and then another 6 months went by, and I still hadn't lost weight. In fact, I had gained more weight. And we think part of that is because of PCOS, that is a factor, but it's also because I eat not great. I don't eat horrible, but I don't eat great. So we discussed it, and I'm like, my husband is really against me having surgery. He had a family member that had surgery 20 years ago, and it went badly, and she almost died. So he was very worried about that. And we were coming home one day about, I'd say 5 months ago, about spring of 2020, and I started crying, and I was like, I'm done. I have yo-yoed all my life. I've tried a bunch of different diets. I've tried Slim Fast, I've tried Atkins, I've tried Paracone, I've tried Beachbody, I've tried injecting myself with HCG. I've tried numerous different diets, and I lose a little bit of weight, and then I go back up, and usually I go back up a little bit more than where I started. I said I hurt all the time. My knees are so bad that it hurts to walk. I don't walk anymore. I love walking, and I won't walk anymore because I'm in pain. I can't live like this. Something needs to change, and something needs to change now. And I need to look into surgery. I need to go look into it. And he's like, okay, you know what? You're right. I hate seeing you this way. Let's go talk. And so we went to the seminar, and we watched a bunch of videos from people that have gone through surgery and talked about it. And I needed to know that I was in a place where if I did this had to be the end of the road. This had to be you need to be fully committed to having surgery and all that it entails afterwards, because it's not some little magic, get out of free jail card where you have the surgery and the weight goes away and it stays away. That's not how weight loss surgery goes at all. And I needed to know that I had tried everything else. And so I made the decision that yes, this is what I'm going to do. I'm tired of the health issues. I'm tired of the pain. I'm ready to do this. And so I've been moving forward with it. And I won't go into all of it. I'll save that for another video. But that's where I'm at. That's the decision I've made, and so far I've been sticking to that decision, and I'm happy about it. So, yeah, all right. Talk to you later. Bye.